And I'll just finish setting up our camera. These out of the way. Oh, yep, it is I. Okay. Yeah, and then we'll shuffle decks. So. And there we go. Should be joining us. And ta-da. Okay. And we want to see the cards. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So that's all set up. Let's go ahead and shuffle a bit. Did we even use Prisma last time? I can't remember. But we'll just go ahead and shuffle. And we'll see if people come. If not, maybe this is the one time that doesn't work for people, in which case we can drop it in the future. I'm planning to look into setting up something for donations today. Really, I just need to select one, maybe a few. I mean, I do like being accessible. That's sort of why I'm using stuff like Restream, hitting multiple platforms instead of just one. So yeah. And then also social media, yeah, because we haven't had posts in a while. So I want to start that back up. Wednesday started pretty slow, and then we ended with a few. Ended up going the full 2 hours. I was worried we wouldn't get that far. We'll see if something similar happens here. Of course, part of it is just giving it time. Ta-da. Or well. Giving it a little slack. So yeah, for me, this is early morning. For others, this might be late evening. And we'll just see how it goes. A lot of people at the regular time said it was midnight or 2 a.m., so hopefully the new schedule has pushed it one way or the other to make it easier. And of course, Monday's still close to the usual time. So what worked for people should still work on that day. And I'll set this one aside. Shuffle Destiny. I'm always wondering when I'm going to get my new decks now. This is interesting. I figured morning would have been better for people. I figured they were more likely to be busy in the evening. This would be morning for... Oh no, this would be evening for others. Oh, so that does make sense. Wednesday, or at least so far, it's been more popular than Friday. But of course, 1 week's worth of data isn't much. So we'll see. And that's good enough for this tag. And let's shuffle our last one. I feel like this one doesn't get the same use, but if anything, it gets more love from me. So probably makes up for it. Feel free to drop your questions in. We'll just do as many as we can within the next couple hours. And yeah, otherwise we can just chat. Or I'll just monologue. I wonder if there's a noticeable difference in my voice. Because this is early for me, so... But who knows? Maybe it's all the same soothing sound. That's what we like to imagine, at least. Okay. That deck is ready. I'm all cut up at this point. So, yeah. We can chat, or I guess I'll figure out something else to monologue about. Hey, Rada. How's it going? Good morning. I'm well. I haven't had a chance to listen to Titanium yet, so not sure I've got the intervals down, but it's still on my to-do list. How are you doing? I don't know how to... Well, there's probably a copyright concern. I can listen to it. And happy birthday. Can't remember if I already said that. There we go. Okay, let's find that. Do I have a loop? I don't think I do. Okay. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fire away. Ricochet, you take your aim. Far away, far away. Yep, can't hit that right now. Sounds like fun. I hope work's going to be okay. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fire away. Ricochet, you take your aim. Fire away. Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I'm titanium. Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Oh, okay. So that's not too bad. Yeah. I try. I do intend to listen to it a bit more. But yeah. Glad you like it. And we can stop. Oh, sorry about that. Don't want to be stuck on ads or anything, so. And let's get our camera back. I think we'll have to refresh. Hey VG. I didn't get to answer your question the other day. Sorry, I can't remember what it was. You want to drop it in? Then I'll see if I can get our camera back up. That's right, it was on career. Okay, well, we'll see if that fixes itself. Yeah, it was like one of like 2 questions I wasn't able to get to. This one's more specific, of course. I don't think you were asking specifically about becoming a manager. Okay. Let me go ahead and do VG, and then I'll do the angel messages. Is that back yet? Okay. Let me stop that. I'm worried we don't have visual anymore, so. No problem. Yeah, this is leaning more towards Prisma. Excellent. That's still going slow. Oh, there they go. Sorry about that. Let me make sure they're straight. I don't really do reversed, so it throws me off when I have a card that's accidentally backwards. Not that I can't do reversed, but okay. And now we'll need to shuffle that again. So I guess, VG, are you sure you want to focus on becoming a manager, or do you just want sort of a career reading? I mean, you obviously have more win in this question, but I don't know that I would necessarily get that in the other. Okay. Oh, there it goes. Finally reloading. Okay. Do we have anything? So those aside. 80 cards is just a bit to spread between hands. Hey, Larissa. Okay, I'm in one reading, and then there's another, but you'll be third. So, just so you know. Oh, hey, Jay. Same thing, although you're the fourth. But yeah, we can read. Oh, that's still loading? I don't know that both of these are speaking to time. I feel like one might speak to when, but I feel like one is going to be speaking to how you're going to go about it or facilitate it happening. So let's get out of that. Okay. Go back in. Allow, but we want to see the cards. All right, good there. Okay. And that is small. Okay, so our two cards, I'm not quite sure which one is which, but it does seem sort of split as far as time versus what to do. Four of Wands and Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, I'll have to double check. I want to say this one is usually dealing with property and inheritance. But let me check. We can follow up with that, but and yeah, I'll have to double check on 4. So I'm not quite sure which is speaking of which. Let me go ahead and set this down and pull out our guide. Yeah, we'll do them in the order they were flipped. So 9 of Pentacles, reward, luxuries, financial independence. The 9 of Pentacles is its own reward. After sacrificing and devoting yourself to a single purpose, your dedication has paid off. You're now well established in whatever it is that you set out to do, and you can afford the luxuries that come with a life of success. Enjoy it. There will come a time when you are tested and tried. Retain your sense of propriety and discipline, and you will be well prepared when this time befalls you. Okay. And then 4 of Wands. Celebration, peace, family. This card is the first milestone in the journey of the Wands. Everything is coming together nicely, and while things are supporting themselves, take this time to enjoy the success of what you have wrought so far. This is a time of great peace and contentment. It may include family or a landmark in your life celebrated by ceremony. At the very core, it is happiness. One of those rare times when life is going your way and you're aware enough to appreciate it. I mean, both of these are rather similar in what they're saying. It doesn't seem far, I mean, it almost seems imminent based off of this, with celebration on the one, and then how did they phrase it from the other? Let's see if I can get there with a few hands. Yeah, your dedication has paid off, devoting yourself to a single purpose. So I don't know if you need to devote yourself further. That's something to judge for yourself. But yeah, I mean, both of these are pretty celebratory, which gives me the impression that it's imminent. So, I hope that answers your question. Do you still want the general career reading? Hey, Kavita. Yeah, and I think I'd rather do it now rather than try coming back to it. So, the question is, do we need a different deck? No, this deck will do just fine. Okay. Doing well. And I might need to start keeping a line. So many of you just hopped on all at once. Give me one sec. Let me put something together. Oh, Kavita, we didn't get to you the other day. So we've got Rada. Oh. That's better. We're doing VG now, Larissa, and then Jay. And then Shubham and Kavita. Spelling that right. There's another H in there. Okay. And then Lavina popped in. Okay. All right, so right now I'm doing VG, then we've got Rada, Larissa, Jay, Shubham, Kavita, Lavina. And most of you have dropped your question in. If you haven't, go ahead and do that. Hello, Mulu. I'll go ahead and add you too. But yeah, now that you've got a sense of where you are in the line, if you want to come and go, it can take me a while sometimes. So it'll be on the video if you've asked your question at the very least. So this is early enough, we'll be able to get through everyone. But back to VG, and let me find the general. Okay. And we already checked that. Okay. All right. Okay. Just need to figure out which cards are involved. Which takes a while, and then gotta figure out where they go. Okay. No cards. So they're not answering, and I'm not really getting a sense of why there's no answer on this. I don't know if it's just too up in the air, or if the previous reading covered everything they cared to let you know. But I didn't really get a strong sense of the explanation. So I guess we'll just go with lean on the other one for now. Which, I mean, that covers the near future, so that should be good. So Rada. And it's Rada's birthday, so happy birthday. Okay. Yeah, okay. Anything that I want to tell you? Okay. Let's see. Okay, do we have it all? Okay. Right, and this. Okay. So we've got a few cards here. So we've got a tempered pair, so the primary with the moderating second one behind it. And then, well, a bunch of other messages. I get keeping this as the center. The closer ones have a bit more weight, so it sort of loops that way, as far as I can tell, in order of weight. This one having probably a lot less compared to the others. So, the romantic, tempered by the dreamer. Okay. Doing well, Priya. How are you? The maze. the Weaver, 2 of Embers, and then over here, 8 of Birds. Okay. And again, this is the Cosma deck, so I'm going to need a double check. I'm pretty sure this is Queen of Swords for the Dreamer. I want to say the Weaver is normally the Page of Swords. The Romantic I'll have to double check along with the others. So, I mean, this would be 2 of Wands and this would be 8 of Swords. But, yeah. This is Cosmic Visions. So, this is the guide for that one. Cosma Visions Oracle. And that's by James R. Eads. Looks like Reeds. So, don't know if that's clear on the video, but there we go. Okay, we'll do Milo. Was wondering what your question was, so we'll get to that. But let me set this aside and grab that book again. So Romantic, Tempered by the Dreamer. That's fine. So normally the Knight of Chalices. Upright, this is a character who chooses to see the beauty in things, but can also be easily wrapped up in their own emotions. If the Romantic pops up in a reading, take a minute to really cherish the good that you have in your life. You can it can be very easy to get caught up with the bad that we forget to acknowledge all that is good. The Romantic teaches us that if we move forward with our heart and mind, love will surely follow. There's just a line, Priya, so drop your, or I guess, love reading. Okay. Yeah. So just as I get to people, I do readings. So, and we'll just do as many as we can within the next hour or two. But this one is moderated by the Dreamer. Let's find her. So yeah, Queen of Swords. Perceptive, complex, clairvoyant. The Dreamer is perceptive and complex. They have a clear mind and can hone their wit for good. These are positive aspects, but in a reading, the Dreamer will also show up when you get carried away, living too far in the future. You have a big mind and big ideas, but you can get too caught up in your head that you forget to make the dreams into a reality. It is important for the Dreamer to find a friend or accomplice who can help you build up these fantasies into something tangible. So yeah, I think really the only warning there is living too far in the future. But I mean, otherwise that's good news. So, perceptive, there's just that slight drawback. And then obviously, I mean, I think we know what the Romantic is speaking to. So, let's go on to the Maze. So this would normally be Temperance. Compromise, balance, expectations. As you walk by another spiral in the maze, you hear a sound calling you towards the center. It doesn't feel perfect, but it fits, and you've grown tired of looking. This card shows up when it is time to make a compromise. Expectations do not always meet reality, and that is just a fact of life. Sometimes the outcome is not what you were hoping for, and a compromise is in order. Take the middle road and celebrate that you made it out of the maze at all. So yeah, that's a bit understandable. I mean, I think that's related to our previous discussion about this, well, this middling period. So, the Weaver. Yep, Page of Swords. Inspiring, intentional, manifesting future. The Weaver designs intricate tales that spin together into beautiful dances. When this card appears, it indicates that now is a good time to begin developing what you hope to manifest in the near future. The Weaver can represent a powerful mind, one that is inspiring and extraordinary. Remember to be thoughtful with what you hope to achieve. A little exaggeration makes a story sing, but be careful not to weave a tale too hard to maintain. So I can definitely see that applying to the romantic side, and I think it does have a double meaning for you, because there's that. But I think more so this is speaking to the career side. So, yeah, it leans more that way. Okay. And then 2 of Embers. Planning, making decisions, leaving home. When the stone dancers show up in a reading, it indicates a readiness for movement and an opportune time to expand for a new perspective. Perhaps you have been stagnant recently, or have fallen into your comforts. You are not at the beginning or the end of something, but near the middle. It is crucial to make moves and make them soon. You don't know how long the momentum will last before it begins to slow. Yeah, that also feels like it's career. Yeah. I want to say you had sleeping ships the other. Was it? No. That was someone else. But yeah, time to take some action there. And then 8 of Birds. If I can find them. There we go. Imprisonment, entrapment, self-victimization. When the tornado shows up in a reading, you can expect a certain level of destruction and self-victimization to follow. Perhaps the situation has spiraled into something unmanageable, and it is hurling right towards you. Don't pity yourself for being stuck here. Part of it was your own doing. The imprisonment you may be feeling is self-imposed. Move through it and exit the destruction with as much dignity as you can. And again, this was on a lighter note, so not exactly sure how that's manifesting. But yeah, a bit of caution. But yeah, I think once you've worked through the others, it's probably not a big deal. So, yeah. Okay. And again, happy birthday, Rada. Let's see. Larissa. Will I start the love relationship with a man who I like? Thank you. So, a particular person in mind. Okay. Yeah, that's a Destiny deck question. Let me shuffle this real fast. Let's switch next. Feels like people have got quiet, suddenly waiting their turn. I'm wondering if maybe it's Restream throttling who can get on right now. Oh, we'll find out later. All right. Okay. Okay, let me check. Let me go ahead and show it. So we got, I have a virtual guide for this one. So we got a yes-no sort of spread. So we've got 3 cards and the combination is going to give us a yes-no. And in actuality, we got 4 cards. Our yes-nos are up here. We're going to get a little information out of this one. But then there's an aside down here. It's on the topic of love, but it's not speaking to, well, the yes-no. So starting with this, we've got strength. That would be a yes card. 6 of Pentacles. I think that's a yes. The moon might be a no, though. Yeah, the moon is a no. But then the others are yeses. So that would be the 2 yes cards with a no or neutral. So a positive outcome is likely, but may take time to come about. So yes, but not necessarily near future. It'll take a while to reap that reward. But then let's get to the extra card here. 4 of Wands. Freedom and creativity are the notes there. Let me go ahead and show this in the guide. And we can read through it. The 4 of Wands is a card of celebration. It is time to enjoy your success after a certain completion. Perhaps there is a wedding, a reunion, a gathering, or a rite of passage. Enjoy what life has to offer, as this is an auspicious card for creativity and artistic projects to flourish. This card often comes up when a new partner or love interest will open their hearts and express affection. This card also comes up in a reading to remind you that this is a time to be a pillar in your community. It is a good time to get involved in local issues and social events. This is a moment to share your light with others. Okay. And to share your light with others, that's relevant to you. Success, yeah, enjoy your success after a certain completion, that's standing out. And a new partner or love interest. Yeah, and I think that's someone different from who you were asking about. So I don't know if this is the next person before you get to the person you had in mind. But yeah, those are the highlights that stand out. So hopefully that's helpful. So that was Larissa. Let me go on to, so just to go over the order, we've got Jay, Shubham, Kavita, Lavina, Milo, and I think we had some other people drop in. Priya. I'll add you to the list. And we already had Kavita. Okay. So Jay, I know where it's my current relation. Where is it heading? Okay. Hey Nina. Shall I add you to the list? I just went over the line, so it'll be a little bit, but yeah, we'll do our best to answer it. And Jay. Okay. Where is it? running out of fire. Let's see. Okay, let me check on this. Okay, and then this. Okay, that seems fine. And then yeah, let me mark that. Okay. There's a lot, Jay. So, yeah, lots of cards. Left to right, as far as timeline goes, I get the sense that we're roughly here as far as in the timeline. So we've got a bit of past, and then going into the future. This one is a footnote, speaking to whatever this was. And then these are a tempered pair. So there's the primary card, but then it's moderated by the card behind it. So, and then let's just flip these and dig in as needed. 9 of Pentacles, Comfort. What is that? Prosperity? Yeah. Abundance going on. Four of Swords, recovery and rest. So break. The footnote was Queen of Swords, intellectual perfectionist. Those are the notes there. Yeah, there was a reason for that. That success at that time. Moving on to the near future, we've got Queen of Cups, action and victory. Three of Swords. Ooh. Someone feels betrayed. I'll try to give these space. This is a tempering one. It's not necessarily bad, but it cuts to the core. There's a reality check, so to speak. So, not always pleasant, but necessary. You probably want to read the Queen of Cups, though. Page of Pentacles, visionary, good news. So auspicious. The Fool, which deals with beginnings. Let me get a little further. Three of Cups, celebration, abundance. And then Ace of Swords, success, decisions. Yeah, I want to say the Fool would indicate the taking it to the next step, beginning marriage, but let me read these. Yeah. So let me read Queen of Cups, and then I'll just go through the rest of the future. Three of Swords, I'm pretty certain on. So let me set this aside, and then pull up our guide. So Queen of Cups, and this is the tempered one. Queen of Cups is feminine, sensitive, and creative. She represents the mother archetype, and she is naturally psychic, trusting her higher wisdom in all matters. When this queen makes a close connection with someone, they are highly treasured. This card shows up in a reading to indicate the ideal female partner who is unafraid of intimacy while having boundaries. Love and happiness are in the forefront. Follow your heart. It is also a good time to pay attention to your dreams. They hold great messages for you. Yeah, even that part seems a little relevant. But this is tempered by Three of Swords. So, yeah, probably your partner who goes through a rough part. Not that you would intend it, but by opening yourself up and being who you really are, and they realize the real you, in a sense. And they just have to adjust their view of you. But given that this continues, that doesn't seem like it'll be a huge issue. So, Page of Pentacles. Oh, I don't want to print. Thank you. There we go. Represents the embodiment of a new phase in your life, particularly regarding health, finances, and work. Obviously, you're asking about a relationship. The page reveals auspicious new beginnings, progress, and adventure. It is time to nurture your skills and abilities because there may be a job offer or an offer made on a property in the horizon. Again, this is because it's a Pentacles card, which normally speaks to more material things, but we have the context of your question, so. However, you must pay attention to the details. Ensure that your plan is practical and realistic. The page is hardworking and reliable. This person is young and full of vigor, with the potential to achieve great things in the future. You are asked to take raw opportunity and through concrete steps, say yes to the universe in order to create something unique and new. So yeah, as far as what I suspect leading up to marriage, this is, I mean, checking off whatever your lists are for your partner. Like if road trip is the thing, then that'll probably happen or something like that. So, I mean, it talks about new beginnings, progress, and adventure. I'm pretty sure this is progress, a bit of adventure, because the relationship will evolve as you get more into it. Um, but then on to the full. Nope, nope, not those. Here it is. The first card in the deck. This card is a representation of the innocent and naive soul about to begin an important journey. Hope and bliss are at the forefront of this adventure. Free from fear and preconceived ideas, this explorer follows their heart and takes a leap of faith. Know that you are supported as you walk along an uncharted path. When this card shows up, the message is that you are encouraged to take on the open and willing energy of the Fool and embrace what unfolds in front of you. Trust the journey, go with the flow. Yeah, that still resonates to me of starting a marriage, starting a family. Um, 3 of Cups. Is about joyful celebration. It is a time for indulgence, parties, reunions. There is an outpouring of love and emotional growth, strengthening your connection with others. This card reveals an emotional or physical healing. Make sure to spend time with people who raise your vibration and energy. 3 is a number that signifies creation, and this indicates a creative time and a positive moment to birth new goals and ideas. It is time to let yourself shine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's having... Would that be the first one? Yeah. Yep, bringing people into the world. There's going to be, well, I mean, the connection's there, but I think there's also, yeah, other family, not just your new immediate family, um, that are going to be connecting somewhat. But yeah, um, there's you healing from that, which makes sense. That's exhausting. So yeah, just the caution to keep in mind. Make sure to spend time with people who raise your energy, who don't drain you, or at least minimize those who do. And then Ace of Swords. That's right. I don't like finding aces. One, two. Symbolizes truth expressed in the highest form. The sword cuts through deception to reveal a powerful message. This card is auspicious for every aspect of your life. It shows up to let you know that new beginnings are on the horizon. Immediate change is manifesting in your life for the better. There is triumph over your past obstacles. The right hand, the hand of giving, holds up a sword which balances a crown, bringing the message of divine light and everlasting strength. The clouds symbolize confusion, yet the mighty sword cuts through any illusion. It is through your thoughts that you connect to your higher wisdom. Now, this is a bit farther into the future. Yeah, I mean, you're going to have more family, but I don't know that that's the only thing this is speaking to, or really what it's intending to speak to. So, yeah, this might be something that you come back to in the future. But I think as far as near future, you've already got that answer, so we can revisit this if we need to, or we can just let it play out. Either way. Okay. You too, Rada. Happy birthday. I don't know why it's doing that. Sorry, we lost our camera. But that was Jay. Let me get this up to date. So, Shaban. Take care. When will I get clarity in career? Okay. And yes, we do want our camera back. And again, not looking at my fingers. Okay. When? This is not a destiny question. When I say that, I'm referring to my pink deck here. It's called the Destiny deck. So, just realized some people might not know that that's what I mean. Yeah, it looks like this is a cosmic question. Let me switch my map. There we go. Yeah. Okay. And this was asking when, which is interesting. Because I feel like most people ask for the clarity, not for when to get the clarity. But obviously, some questions are not for me to answer. So this might be the best one. Okay, let's see. No. Let's get that off the ground. Sorry, I've got the cards. I'm just trying to figure out what they mean. I mean, yeah, we'll do Kavita. And I think you already dropped your question, so yeah, we'll do it. You're good to go. Shubham. Okay, so this one is speaking to when. This is clarifying this card in some way. It's very lightly so I think that's going to help me. This is the one I'm having the most trouble with. Because I'm not... It doesn't necessarily feel like it's answering when. So... Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, at this point, it's in... So... 9 of birds. Seen that one a lot. I mean, this would be 9 of swords. The unknown. Ooh. What is that one? I have to double check. I don't get that one a lot. It's right after the sun in a normal deck. This deck uses different names, so than a traditional tarot. But yeah, I mean, I'll read it anyways, just to get the clarity. And then the peacock. I want to say this would normally be the Empress. Okay. So, I think I know what that's speaking to, but let me just go ahead and read the cards. So, well, from the guide. but I've gotten the peacock before, so I'm pretty sure. Nine of birds, so this would normally be nine of swords. Anxiety, hopelessness, mental trauma. When you draw back your bow, it is crucial that you are in a state of mental clarity. If you let the anxiety and hopelessness set in, the bickering voices in your head can become overpowering. This is a card of mental anguish, and a lesson must be learned from the archer. If you are not of clear mind, lower your weapons and take a calmer approach when you are ready. There is no shame in retreating until a later day. And then this is lightly informed by the unknown. So this is normally judgment. Reflection, reckoning, awakening. The unknown symbolizes the exterior forces we encounter in our lives that push us in unfamiliar and sometimes unwanted directions. These unconscious trajectories propel us more than we often realize. The unknown will awaken you before you're ready, and so you must learn to move with it. It may not be the kind of awakening you would like, but it is sometimes what is necessary to move on. It asks us to take the time to evaluate ourselves and reflect on who we are. It is what creeps in on lonely nights and makes you question what you know to be true. This reckoning is meant to test you, but you will come out the other side awakened and invigorated. Okay, so yeah. Nine of birds. I mean, I think, let me read the line that stood out, at least as far as your case. If you are not of clear mind, lower your weapons and take a calmer approach when you are ready. There is no shame in retreating until a later day. And basically, that's put this on the back burner, set it away. Don't worry about this for now. Come back when you're more ready. So, and then the touch of the unknown, really it's, you don't know what's coming, but the things that come are going to push you where you need to go. So, a little uncomfortable not having a plan, I understand, but that's the matter of it. Let me read the peacock. And this is normally the Empress. Peaceful, nurturing, fusion of opposites. The peacock lives between two worlds. It is a reminder that it is possible to find a happy balance between things like work and love, the grounded and the spiritual. This card is about nurturing yourself and finding peace in the world you live in. When you see the peacock in a reading, it can also be representative of an increasingly strong bond to the earth, or a need to reconnect with it. This can be a card that speaks about great unions of unlikely things, and it asks us to keep an open mind whenever possible. Yeah, I mean, it basically acts as a bridge, which might be why you're having trouble finding it. It sounds like there's a good chance you're going to end up straddling two things. So, where you might be looking to make a choice, the choice itself is the wrong question. Because the answer is yes, they're both right. And your role will probably be to bridge it. So, yep. But again, for now, nine of birds, that comes first. Take a step back. Try to set this aside and stop worrying about it and let life run its course for a bit. Come back when you're more ready. And then, I guess, keep the peacock in mind, because now that you're aware of that, you might be able to see that more clearly. Kovita. Oh man, and we just missed her. She had to run. Finding another job soon. Okay. Thanks. If I will find another job anytime soon. This is probably not a cosmic question. This is probably Prisma. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get a time frame. Because the way you asked it, it might also be a yes, no. But then there's the ambiguity of what counts as soon, so. I mean, depending on your relationship with your higher power, they might know exactly what you mean. But then it's another thing if they're respectful of that, so. Okay. Will I find another job anytime soon? Yeah. I feel like I would like more detail, but looks like we just got a yes/no answer. So let me show the guide for the spread that corresponds to. So 3 cards, and then the combination gives us the insight, the answer into yes, no, or in between. But I don't think we're getting any more than that. So star is most likely a yes. The tower is a no, but then the Queen of Wands, that's what I need to check. That looks like it's a yes too. So that falls into the 2 yes cards with a no. So a positive outcome is likely, but may take time to come about. So, I mean, I don't know how long that's going to be. I don't know if you've got a solid idea of what you meant by soon. Because then it might just be that they need a little more time than that. Yeah, I just don't know if it's to the point where you need to make preparations to stretch your resources till it happens. But yes, but it'll take time. That's all we really know. So okay, let me set this down, and then Lavina popped in. Did she have a question though? Oh, I don't remember if I answered. I'm doing well. Hope things are going well. Don't know if you've had your talks and whatnot, but we're hopeful at the very least. So in that case, because you don't have a question, so Milo. All right. There's Milo's question. And then after Milo, we've got Priya and then Nina. And we have their questions. Okay, perfect. Regarding my cat Hoshi, or if she has any messages for me in the cards. She died yesterday and I miss her so much. Thank you. Okay. So I guess just a note on how this works for me. I believe in a higher power, and that's who I commune with. And so if they want to relay on behalf of Hoshi, then that's fine. They might also just have my higher power might just answer, just based off how you asked this. I'm not sure that I'll know which one it's coming from. If I can clarify, I'll let you know. I guess this one's also Prisma. Normally, for messages or angel messages, I lean towards Cosma, but looks like they want to use the Prisma deck, so what we were just using. Okay. Okay. Guidance regarding Hoshi or messages from Hoshi. Because there's a slight difference, and I think I'm going to focus on messages from Hoshi. Let me check. So I've still got a couple readings, and then I'm going to be done. So, Vicky, I don't think I'll have enough time today to do a reading. If you, I mean, you can message me directly if it's urgent or something, but otherwise, there's streams on, well, next week. I'll schedule those, but there will be, well, let me. Okay, so that was her question. Because if you just want to hop on one of the other sessions, and then ask the question, then I'll have time. Or if you want to drop your question, and it'll just be the first thing I answer Monday, for example, and you can watch the video afterwards, or if you catch it live, great. But I don't think I'll have time today. So just let me know how you want to go about that. And then and we're focusing on messages from Hoshi. That seems to be the better one. Okay. So yeah, just catch me live, or if you want me to do it, then just first thing, let me know. So I feel like there's probably more to be said, but I'm only getting one right now. The world. So, I mean, this one has a strong theme of, well, completion, wholeness. So, I'll read the guide, but Prism. But yeah, that's going to be the gist of it. And if I get a stronger sense, I'll let you know. Completion, success, fulfillment. After a long, harrowing learning curve, you have finally integrated the many competing aspects for your life. Master of your destiny, you observe life from afar, watching how it blends and merges within itself. Conflicts eased and doubts vanquished. Take this well-deserved moment of tranquility to serve others. You are a pinnacle of competency and intelligence, and in the end, when you close your eyes, you'll see the world clearly, made up of everything you've ever known and all the places you call home. Yeah, yeah. I just wanted to make sure that that was Hoshi speaking about themselves, um, not to you. So, um, yeah, I mean, there's a certain satisfaction here with how they've run their course. Um, and in a sense, they get to relax at this point and watch how the rest unfolds. So, they've played their part and they've played it well. And then, yeah, I'm still getting the sense that there's more, but it's not going to come through me. So, I don't know if you've got uh, your own connection with the divine. Um, but yeah, there's more to be said, but they're choosing not to say it through me. So. That was Milo. We've got Priya and then Nina. Okay. Definitely. Like I said, she played her part and she played it well. So, no problem. Happy to read for you. Priya, can I get a love reading? Definitely going to be Destiny deck. Let me switch over. Okay. Sorry, now I'll have to shuffle again. Okay. I have to check that. Okay. 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 Oh, our camera's going slow. So this probably needs to refresh. Yep, there it goes. Okay. Got 4 cards. One is describing you. I don't know if that's going to have some sort of advice or note on what you could work on. One is an influence you should take advantage of, is the impression I'm getting. And then I've got a tempered pair. And I don't think it's speaking to a partner. I think that's like a next step, something to do. So a tempered pair, there's the primary card in front, but then the one behind it has a moderating influence. And we've got our camera back. Excellent. Okay, there we go. That is much better. And let's bring this up. So yeah, this one represents you, the influence you should take advantage of, and then sort of a next thing to do as far as love goes. So on you, we're getting the Hermit, which isn't necessarily bad. It's not as isolationist as some might think. 3 of Cups. And the notes there are celebration and abundance. So that's good. And then the next thing, 7 of Wands, courage and challenges, tempered by 6 of Pentacles, opportunity and inheritance. Interesting. I think I'll just go ahead and read up on all of these. Yeah. I mean, the Hermit, you've got notes of solitude and wisdom. There is a time to withdraw, and this would suggest you are doing it, but I think there's some advice there. The 3 of Cups, I mean, there's an abundance. You're able to take advantage of that. The 7 of Wands tempered by 6 of Pentacles, I'll want to read up on to make sure I get that right for you. So let me go ahead and set this down and pull up. Oh no, keep that on. Our deck. Yeah, so we'll start with the Hermit. Someone who has a yearning to be alone. He knows that sometimes one must withdraw from the noise and clutter of the world in order to create a space of solitude. The Hermit asks us to live quietly for the time being. This card asks us to wisely withdraw and listen to our own counsel. Break free of tradition and find a unique approach to a question or a challenge. The saying that when you are ready, the teacher appears holds true. You are the teacher in this case. Sometimes the card appears when you must heal yourself or heal others. Whatever the circumstances, you are equipped to handle it. So, yeah. You might already feel isolated if you're not proceeding with something, but it's saying take a step back. It's time to reflect and reconsider. So, and then there's 3 of Cups. We summed it up, but we'll go over it. It's about joyful celebration. This is a time for indulgence, parties, reunions. There's an outpouring of love and emotional growth strengthening your connection with others. This card reveals an emotional or physical healing. Make sure to spend time with people who raise your vibration and energy. 3 is a number that signifies creation, and this indicates a creative time and a positive moment to birth new goals and ideas. It is time to let yourself shine. So, yeah, it's interesting. Some of this you might think conflicts with the Hermit. But really, I think just whatever you decide from the Hermit, whatever you conclude from that solitude, from that withdrawal, the 3 of Cups will help support you in carrying that out. Moving on to 7 of Wands. You see that even in victory, there may be obstacles, thus encouraging you to have the motivation to move forward. This card reminds you of your own power and asks you to stand in that strength. Regardless of how difficult certain situations may become, stay determined in your truth until you are satisfied with the outcome. There is a noble aspect to this card, which reveals that you may be defending others, not just your own interests. You are acting as an advocate for those who may not be able to stand up for themselves. In all your endeavors, the task may not be easy, but you are ready for the challenge and come out a victor. Okay. Okay, and this is tempered by 6 of Pentacles. A card of charity, gifts, and generosity. This card shows you that money is coming to you and may arrive as a gift or an award. This is a welcome sign that your financial circumstances are improving. This card also shows up when you are the benefactor, so that you can help a friend in need, or you may support a cause that is dear to your heart. Overall, the card shows up when you are in the flow of life, while connecting to the spiritual principles of generosity, giving, and receiving. As you give of yourself freely, your good will come back to you. You have all you need, and the universe is supporting you abundantly. So, yeah, I mean, there's sort of a forwardness to the Seven of Wands. It's more outward, I think, but the Six of Pentacles is saying a lot of that's just going to come right back to support you. With the Seven of Wands, yeah, and just there was the noble aspect of defending others, but it's not super strong this time. So, I mean, it exists, but you're not suddenly a knight in shining armor for everyone. So, there's a certain extent to that. So, yeah. So, yeah, there's the withdrawal with the hermit, reflecting, learning, and then taking steps forward. And it sounds, well, I mean, you get the Seven of Wands then, and you sort of show up in people's lives. So, yep. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Kavita. I think the reading right before you went fairly quick. Gosh, let me read the question. I might remember how it went. Another job soon. Okay. We were using the Prisma deck. We got yes, but it will take time. And I didn't really get any extra information on that. So I don't know what you mean by soon. If you have a very specific thing in mind, your divine power might have been speaking to that. It'll take a little longer than that. Whether or not that means you need to, reorganize your resources to help support you for an extended period, I don't know. Because it just wasn't very specific on that timeline. So it was yes, but not soon. So and then so we did Priya and now Nina, and this will be our last reading. Let's find it. And this is about the TCS offer. Okay. So let me go ahead and set that aside. Do you feel I'll get the TCS digital offer? Let's see what impression we get. And is this a destiny question? Looks like this is a cosmic question. switch over. There we go. Pull this out. We got them. Yep. Okay. Okay. You get the offer. So looks like a yes, no. Do we have any details though? Okay, yeah. So we're following the guide you've seen from earlier. Go ahead and put that up. Although it might be hard to read. Then our 3 cards. And we are getting some extra information from them. This one has some, and it carries a moderate amount of weight. This one has some light information. And then that's just filling out the yes, no. So we've got 3 of lotuses, so that would be 3 of cups, which we've seen a fair bit. Ace of trees, and then the romantic. And gosh, I need to check what that one is. But I mean, it's a cups, so yeah, so that's a yes. This would normally be ace of pentacles, so that's a yes. And then 3 of lotuses. This would normally be 3 of cups, so that's also a yes. Let me go ahead and read these. This one's, like I said, going to have a little more weight. Yeah, so let me set that down, and we'll shrink that as well. But yeah, the Three of Lotuses has been celebration and abundances, and abundance. There we go. There it is. Coexistence, synchronicity, alignment. If there was a card about natural synchronicity, this is it. In a reading, this can represent universal alignment with your surroundings. Like a symphony, each part unfolding in harmonious beauty. Rejoice in the presence of this card. It finds the best in coexistence with your surroundings. If you do not feel it already, look for it. It is there. It is when we are in need of a little luck or beauty that it shows up in the most unusual places. And again, that was a medium weight. But as far as answering we got the answer. Yes, you would get the offer. So yeah, there's a certain rightness. And then Ace of Trees. This one has some lightweight for us. New growth. And this would normally be Ace of Pentacles. New growth, opportunity, prosperity. It can be hard to feel, but the seed of something new is there. Give it the space it needs to grow, and it will blossom into something incredible. The Sprout is an uplifting card to see in a reading. You are an intuitive person, and with a clear mind and an honest heart, you will be able to tackle whatever new work comes your way. Once the opportunity has presented itself, strike the ground and get to work. So, yeah, it's just positive about your ability to take on the job. So, yeah. Okay. There we have it. That's all for today. Sorry if we didn't get to your question. We are streaming. We've got a new schedule. So we've got Monday, Wednesday, Friday streams, a mix of times. These are MST. So convert to your own as needed. Yeah. Thanks for letting me read for you guys. And until next